So hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. When this our beautiful chocolate Nigerian sister Chukwufumnanya OBIDI, whom we all know as KORRA, brought this young fine Oyibo man Justin Dean home and presented him as her Odogwu, I will not lie to you, we were very satisfied at her choice of our in-law that she had made. You see, KORRA is not your regular Nigerian girl. You can call her a nonconformist, wearing so little, doing so much. Let us just say she lives life on her own terms. In a conservative, highly religious, morally conscious, and dare I say very judgmental society, just like Nigeria, KORRA certainly stood out, but not in the idealist of ways. So many people believed that KORRA settling with a man and in a family from a more liberal culture and society who will be more accepting of her lifestyle and choices will be in her own best interests. So when KORRA brought home this nice looking Caucasian man to the holy temple of the online relations, we were very quick to give our approval and endorse the union. KORRA was, well, and still is a professional dancer, singer, and social media personality. Justin Dean, on the other hand, is a chiropractor and a performance therapist based in the US. They had both traveled to China individually, where they both met and exchanged contacts.
We met in China, okay? We both met in China.
And then when they both returned to their respective countries, they kept in touch, and along the line, they developed feelings. They decided to get married. After all the rites were performed, KORRA left Nigeria and moved to America to meet her man. And Justin, being the sharpshooter that he is, immediately put her in the family way.
My name is KORRA. I'm from Nigeria. I moved here about 7 months ago because of the love of my life, and I did not know that I will be blessed so quickly.
They welcomed their first daughter, June, in 2019, and in 2022, they welcomed their second, Atina. KORRA and Justin were eye muffin. They made the most beautiful interracial couple, and their display of love echoed the belief that love indeed knows no race, no tribe, no color, and no geography. We really loved them together. Everybody swore on their lives that it was a prank. When less than 1 week after KORRA bore their second child, Atina, Justin came to Instagram Live to announce that he was done with the marriage and that he will be filing for a divorce from KORRA. We look left, we look right. We said, Guinea, done with what? As he was complaining, he was crying.
I divorced KORRA because we got into an argument. And KORRA says things to hurt me sometimes. And she repeatedly told me that she regretted June ever being born. I asked her to stop saying that, and June was in my arms crying, and she repeatedly said it over and over again. I called my mother, who will testify this in court. She would kept saying it over and over and again, and I said, you can't say this to June. She understands what you're saying. June's crying. I attempted to take June out of the room, and I said, you can't be around your daughter if you're saying this type of stuff. And She came across the room, my mom's on the phone, will testify this in court, and violently ripped June out of my hands and very close dislocated June's shoulder. That was when I posted online that I was divorcing my wife and I can't be treated this way anymore.
Some people on social media were like, hey, see me say wahala. These Oyibo people will not to understand you now. Please, Uncle Justin, make this clear. Stop crying. Sorry, don't cry. Don't cry.
Oh, sorry. Don't cry. Do it.
What are you talking about? Was it not the same you that we saw with KORRA during her live birth when she was giving birth to your second daughter? You were there with her and you guys streamed it live on Facebook to the full view, live view of your audience. Come. Yeah. Uncle Justin Dean, we welcomed you very well with cola nut and palm wine, but with a quick vex for Nigeria. If it is content that you are using us to create, if you guys are using us to catch trips, you're using us to joke and generate views, get out of here.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
Sure. But alas, my dear brothers and sisters, this was no joke. This was no content. This was no cruise. Very shortly after this announcement, like play, Justin Dean marched to the divorce court to get a divorce from his wife, KORRA. See goosebumps. Goosebumps fill our body like ants. We were like, eh? We didn't get advantage, get disadvantage. As Oyibo people, they take fall in love. It be like saying, so that they take fall out. Our African brothers get their own for body. Yes, we know them and they know us. They too do. Mana, how many African men would you see come on social media few days after his wife just gave birth to a child for him? Mount national television on live video, Instagram live. Bar the woman now, disgrace her and humiliate her like this and dump her on national TV few days after she delivered without a care in the world for her well-being, her health or her recovery. Yeah, I don't believe it. At this point, we couldn't take it though. You think we're going to sit for that? No, we couldn't. We had to call our in-law. We said, Bia, Uncle Justin, Bia, sit down here, Joko Simbe. Kilo day, kilo shele gong. That's what they do for there. Hey! Oh yeah, tell us what exactly this our sister has done to you to warrant this public divorce. What was her offense? Can she know her offense? Can I know my offense? And so he opened up the book of Lamentations.
So I'm actually learning about my new wife, her life, and what she's doing through her Instagram. And what do I see through her Instagram? She's partying, she's wearing skimpy dresses, she's dancing with men. I'm not a jealous man, that's not the problem, but it was kind of like, what the hell? I moved to this city for you, and you won't even talk to me? I was neglected. I was accused of being controlling because I wanted to talk to my wife. Pretty reasonable. And I moved to a new city for her dream.
Firstly, Justin accused KORRA of emotional abuse, narcissism, and constantly disrespecting him. Secondly, he accused her of prioritizing fame and social media clout over family. And then there was the almighty infidelity. He accused KORRA of being unfaithful in their marriage and sleeping with other men even when she was pregnant with their second child.
KORRA went to Nigeria for our friend's wedding, 5 months pregnant, and slept with this woman's fiance. So she was sleeping around while pregnant with my child, and I saw the text messages that they took from his phone. And here they are. I removed names to protect the people that told me about this. Seems like you've improved your skills. KORRA, did you just insult me? Abibu, whatever. It feels like you were reaching my womb. It felt like hopes I didn't tamper with Justin's unborn baby, Athena. So I was upset because I found out that my ex-wife had been sleeping around while pregnant with our daughter, which is very risky business, which, you know, like you get an STD or something while you're pregnant, that's a big deal.
Now, we all know it is a global phenomenon that when it comes to marriage disputes, the fastest way to discredit a woman and to get the world's attention is to take a swipe at her morality, her chastity, her purity. So Justin accusing KORRA of infidelity sure got people's attention and got people talking. In fact, the very day that Justin announced that he was getting a divorce from KORRA, 200,000 people followed Justin on social media.
On the same day we were getting divorced, he came online and divorcing KORRA. He got over 200,000 people follow him on that day.
And let us not forget that due to KORRA OBIDI's lifestyle, her morality was already open to doubt. It was already in question. So accusing KORRA of putting social media clout and fame over family life, accusing her of infidelity, accusing her of disrespect, people felt like these kinds of things, these accusations, are things that people that live KORRA's kind of lifestyle will typically engage in. So there were no doubts. They were like, whatever Justin said you did, girl, you did it. And although KORRA came out to dismiss these allegations of infidelity, saying that she only had an affair during their courtship period and never in the course of their marriage, never when she was pregnant, a lot of people still had their doubts.
I'm not a chronic cheat. I am far from a chronic cheat. I'm just a woman who was honest to her husband. Before I came to America, it was during the Trump's tenure. I was very like, do I even want to live in America? I have my career here in Nigeria. I don't know if I want to move. I love this guy, but I'm not sure. I was very, very indecisive, and I tasted from Pandora's box. I had an affair. That affair lasted like one date. I felt bad about it, but I had not moved to America. Upon getting to America, I was very, very sad that I had made that mistake with the guy that I love. And I told him the truth. I said, hey, I had an affair in Nigeria and I don't want us to ever have secrets. So here's the deal. I had an affair before I got here. He was like, how can you cheat on me, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm sorry. This was before I ever got here. I came to America on a fiance visa. So when I got here is when we got legally married. And I told him, I'm sorry. He said, you cheated on me. I said, I don't want to leave you. You're the one who I love. And that was that about that. However, for the duration of my marriage, that was the worst thing that I ever did for myself in that marriage, because I was trying to have closure with this man, but I just shot myself in the foot.
In turn, she accused Justin of being physically and mentally abusive, unfaithful, and emotionally unstable.
This is one video of he and his mistress in Brazil. He goes on to say that he got me pregnant as a mistake, and that Athena was a mistake. And he swore on his kids, he swore on his daughter's lives that he has never cheated on me. He has never had anything to do with anybody. I'm the serial cheat. I am the narcissist. I am everything, but there's no one single evidence.
And so it went from one accusation to counter-accusations. How this marriage that was once hailed as a symbol of love beyond borders, the dream that melted hearts across continents, fast turned into a scary nightmare, remains a shock to many. KORRA and Justin's divorce and drama undoubtedly became the most dramatic, most bitter, and most heated interracial divorces to ever come out of Nigeria. It was like they were in a wild, aggressive battle for who will hurt or tear the other down more. The internet was the stage, and the whole world were spectators. The first conflict arose as to who would get custody of their two children. KORRA got primary custody, which she was to share 50-50 with Justin. And then Justin took to social media to declare that the children are not his, that KORRA is a loose woman. He would later come back to social media to apologize and claim paternity of the children.
The comments that I made about KORRA being a chronic cheater were inaccurate to my knowledge. She cheated at the beginning of the relationship. It caused a rift. I have forgiven her and we have tried to move on. All the comments about these children not being mine are absolutely false. These are my children. I love them. And all other statements that I made in that post are accurate and correct.
KORRA published a book titled My Side of the Story, exposing the events of her marriage with Justin. Justin then ran to court to obtain a restraining order against KORRA, barring her from speaking lies against him, as he put it. When the court granted the restraining order, he took to social media to say this: lies are over. Restraining order and jail time possible if my ex speaks more lies. The reign of terror is over. Let peace reign. And so KORRA moved to court to get a restraining order against the person whom she claimed is linked to Justin Dean. She claims that Justin Dean permitted this person to share intimate footage of her children. The court granted that order. Justin swung in to accuse KORRA of trying to manipulate him to suicide.
She told me exactly what she was going to do before we got divorced. She was going to destroy my career, she was going to get my license taken away, and she was going to make sure that I took my own life. That is exactly what she told me she was going to do. She tried to get me to take my own life in the marriage. First, take out a life insurance policy to make sure she gets paid, and so since I survived and left, she's actively engaging in the same type of behavior, using social media and mass hysteria to do the same thing.
That KORRA tried to manipulate him to take his life when they were married, and that she swore that she was going to destroy him and destroy his career. Despite all he did was try to make her life better.
And I'm going to go into the details of that because it's not okay. It's not okay. I treated that woman with love and respect, and I did everything I could to build her life up. So I'm going to continue talking, and I'm going to continue speaking my truth, because what is occurring to me is terrorism. It's terrorism. Lies are being perpetuated that I've proven in court to be false. I'm getting attacked in my business. I'm getting attacked everywhere.
KORRA fired immediately that she paid half of her own bride price, and after the divorce was finalized, she paid him $50,000 in divorce settlement, and that she did not get a single cent from him.
Can we just set some things straight today? Are there some of you who think that Justin took me out of poverty? Is that what he's making you guys believe? That he took me out of poverty? Do you realize that I paid half of my own bride price? He took me out of poverty? Does any part of my family look poor to you? Nigeria is not poverty, okay? Don't be foolish. There are people in Nigeria that can buy you and your generation. Any human being who is thinking, he took me out of poverty from the jungle like a monkey and fed me bananas and put me in the land of opportunity, is not quite smart. You have taken all his money. You have taken all his money. I paid that man $50,000. He did not give me one dime. I had to settle him after divorce. Okay? $50,000 is what I paid that man.
And then Justin moved to bring down KORRA's Facebook page that had over 9 million followers. He reported and flagged the page, saying that KORRA is making unauthorized content and exposing his children to the internet without his consent, and that he does not want his children to be seen on social media. He doesn't want that exposure for them. He doesn't want them online. He didn't stop there. He also reported the social media pages of their first child, June, which the mother opened for her ever since she was born, saving memories and content of her Justin Dean reported the pages to Instagram, Facebook, saying that it violated their child policy, and so they took those pages down. He even went as far as reporting the pictures that KORRA's sister, the children's aunt, posted on her social media pages, saying that it violated child's policy. So these platforms took down all of these pictures and all of these pages.
Hi, June. By the time you see this, you might be old enough to understand what I'm about to say in this video. Pay attention, my love. Today is October 16th, 2024. Given by my boots and the style of my hair. My love, I want to deliver some sad news to you. Today, actually yesterday, I got a notification that your page that I had started for you for 5 years since the day you were born has been disabled and deleted. And this was because of a report from your father and his followers.
KORRA did put up a fight. She challenged Justin's move to bar her children from social media, knowing that it is through those lifestyle content that she earns a living. So she took the matter to court. And she won. The battle deepened with every passing week, and the plot kept thickening. KORRA took to social media to call out her ex-husband, Justin Dean, accusing him of refusing to play his own parts and pay their children's school fees or their child's school fees. That she's not asking him for anything for herself, but to bring his own part, his own half of the child's fees. Justin fired back. He said that school is free in America and he's not going to bring a dime because he cannot bring 50% of what is meant to be zero. KORRA then took action and sued him to court for child support, claiming that she will not send her child to a public school in Los Angeles. She doesn't want that kind of exposure for the child. Her child attends private school and Justin should contribute to the welfare and the schooling of their child, as carrying 2 children alone as a single mother will be too much weight for her.
Healthcare, nothing. Food, nothing. Upkeep, nothing. I'm asking for nothing. All I'm asking for is for you to pay your own half, because all of me is too much. It go choke. And Athena is almost joining. Imagine if I have to pay both of them together by only myself. This fight, you know, go fee end. You know, go fee end like that. And all the people saying free school, come to LA and look for free public school and see where your child will end up.
She then took to social media to solicit for funds to aid with the legal fees, because the courts up and down, back and forth, the suing and counter suing, it was a lot. So she took to social media to solicit from her fans to please contribute through a GoFundMe that she opened for her legal fees. And within the blink of an eye, in less than a few hours, she got $77,000 US dollars. This certainly angered Justin, and he took to social media to call her a scammer and a fraudster, saying that she lives a life of opulence and she can afford those legal fees, and her requesting for fund contribution from the public means that she is a scammer.
And she's on a vacation in Hawaii. And in the last 2 years, she's bought 2 homes and 2 new cars. So she can obviously afford it. So this is fraud, by the way. And she's trying to make me seem like I'm a monster for not wanting the kids online. So they're scamming you guys. And her sister's sitting here saying that you guys love to be scammed.
And then KORRA bought a home in Los Angeles and made the announcement on social media when she said this. Small yash big good. The naked divorced disgrace done by house. Thank God say man no be God. We did it. Grateful to my family and friends. This is for you. and she tagged her daughters. Landlady of $1.6 million home, Brentwood, Los Angeles. And then she had a couple of hashtags going on there. One can only imagine the fumes, the fumes oozing out of Justin's ears when he saw this announcement. He took to social media to also brag about his house, measuring and announcing the square footage and how big his house is too.
Do you know that this man moved to 2 houses from my house?
And then on this particular day, inching closer to what even brought this most recent rift, KORRA took to social media to announce how much she loved her daughter's hair and how anybody tampering with the children's hair will be what will upset her. And then it was Justin's time to have the girls. And after they spent some time with him, they both came back with their hair chopped. Justin Dean had cut off their hair.
Athena, my God. Athena, come here.
Are you going to a pool party? Are you going to a pool party?
It's just the principle of it. Like, you don't cut a child's hair without telling their mother. It's a violation. I'm going to speak to my lawyer tomorrow and see what's going on with this. Because if we're having full physical and legal custody, I should be able to know when you... Oh, Triple, thank you for giving out a community sub-gift. You freaking go and cut your child's hair like somebody that is going through a mental break.
Guys, even listening to this alone, I'm sure is pretty exhausting for you. Then you can imagine how really exhausting, how much of a roller coaster this divorce has been. And worse, it is being documented for the whole world to see and preserved for their children to grow up and watch. We have never seen anything like this before. And so with all of this going on, people wonder, who is really at fault? Who is the person triggering this chain of events, and who is the person merely reacting to them? This one has said that this one is a narcissist. This other one has said that it is this one that is a narcissist. Who exactly is the narcissist in this relationship? Everybody believed at first that it was KORRA that was the problem, especially from back home. Oh, look at her, all naked with her butt cheeks out. What kind of a wife is she going to make anyways? She must have been the problem in the marriage. So it was easy to cast aspersions on her morality and her conduct, her character. But in recent times, some chains of events have made people to start having a rethink, having a change of suspicion and saying, oh yes, KORRA is KORRA, but is Justin truly the dove that he portrays himself to be, or that we think of him? What if, just what if, he is the problem in all of this? And they arrived at this suspicion based on these facts. Firstly, ever since this breakup, Justin has been overtly desperate to replace her with her. He has taken to social media to show different women that look just like KORRA, black women, slim women with the same physique as KORRA, and he has taken to social media to show off these women, different women, and they keep coming and none of them can even stay. Within a short time, they'll break up with him, they'll come on social media and say, oh no, that guy, no, we've broken up with him. Even as far as his nanny, every lady he's associating with is a black woman ever since KORRA, and he doesn't hesitate to come on social media to pepper her with these women.
Ready? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. Oh man.
So now put your head there.
Okay.
Secondly, as soon as KORRA bought her house in Los Angeles, he moved from this mansion of his that he was bragging with and rented an apartment very close to her, just a few blocks away from her. And that is very creepy. Thirdly, he had presented himself as a very good father that was trying to protect his children from the negative space of social media, trying to protect, preserve them and keep them private. He didn't want the claws and pollution of social media on his children. And a lot of men, a lot of people in Nigeria were hailing him, oh yes, if a father does not want his children on social media, so be it. He's a responsible father. He doesn't want that kind of exposure. But will you believe that when he lost that case to KORRA in court, it became clear that this obsession was not an obsession to stop his children from being on social media, but to cut the source of livelihood of KORRA. Because now More than 90% of Justin's posts on social media are with those girls. He is monetizing content of them. Most of his pinned contents on TikTok, for example, he has 3 pinned contents. One is of work, seductively massaging a dark girl, and the other 2 are his children. 95% of the posts are posts of those children that he was claiming he was trying to protect from social media. So what changed? He has been trying to activate his stars on Facebook so he can be receiving stars while making the daughter's hair, while playing with his daughters, to no avail. So bad that because those stars could not be activated on his monetized main Facebook page, he had to open a second Facebook account and try to get the stars activated on that second account so he could be getting stipends from members of the public while he creates content with those children. It was when he saw that the second page was not generating as much attention as the first one, because of course it didn't have as much audience, and the first one is monetized, he had to run back to the first Facebook page. So now that same thing that he was accusing KORRA of doing with the children, monetizing his children and using them to get money on social media, is exactly what he is doing times 10. So his intentions were not genuine. And now before us, some decisions, some erratic and inconsiderate decisions that even a primary school pupil will know that before you make this decision, you should consult with the child's mother. You should inform the child's mother. Like putting the child in daycare. How can you put the child in daycare without the mother knowing? How can you cut off a female child's hair without her mother in the picture? So these actions from Justin Dean have shown that he is deliberately trying to get at his ex-wife. Begin to drop your thoughts now, please. What do you think about this action? Some people believe that, oh yes, he is their father. He has as much right to them. And if he feels like their hair isn't looking tidy enough, he has a right to give it a big chop. But some other people are of the opinion that even if he wanted to do that, he should have spoken to the mother first, not him taking such a decision, and the mother is coming back to see her daughters with their hair chopped. What do you think about this decision by Justin Dean to cut off KORRA's daughter's hair and put them in daycare without informing KORRA? When presenting the news of KORRA, we've really never dissected it deep. We just say the story and we move on. But because this situation is now looking very bonkers, it is giving stalker vibes. It is giving stalker. It is giving creepy. Moving just 2 blocks away from her. Let us not be taking this in as screws and jokes until something happens. Then we'll be like, oh my God, we didn't know that this man was capable of doing this, or we didn't know that this thing could climax or result to such a tragedy. So it is worth talking about, because the desperation to see her hurt and coming so close to her in that manner really calls for concern. So let us not just sit back and think that it is play, it is joke. Sincerely, KORRA is such a social media person. And when you are so deeply immersed in social media, especially lifestyle, putting your lifestyle out there, it can be addictive. And it might be difficult to strike a balance as to what you should put out there and what you should keep to yourself, as to how far you would go to get the coins that come from these engagements. So people who are so obsessed with lifestyle content find themselves doing things and projecting things that they shouldn't project just for the financial benefit that it comes with. So I cannot say for sure if she is enjoying or financially benefiting from this whole drama. But if really KORRA doesn't like what is happening and the image that it is giving her children, and she's claiming that this man is a narcissist, I believe that there are smarter ways to deal with a narcissist, especially one who will not stop. Anyways, most narcissists do not stop. There are better and smarter ways to deal with them without necessarily dragging yourself through the mud, except you guys are just 2 pigs who love to swim in the mud. You're enjoying it, he's enjoying it. The first, I believe, is KORRA needs to stop taking the bait. Most narcissists provoke you or push you to get a reaction from you, especially narcissists who you are no longer in your life, like who are your exes. They want that control over you by provoking you or pushing you to get a reaction from you. And that's exactly what KORRA is doing. KORRA is giving him that. By coming to social media to make an announcement of this and make a content of it, and you are crying on social media, you are giving the narcissist exactly what he wants. You are fueling the inferno, and he will keep up with it. So it's best in this case if KORRA is calm, more calculative. Instead of being reactive, more calculative, and take stricter action rather than the expected action. So what she is doing is exactly what a man expects her to do. Him too is profiting from the whole drama, right? So instead of coming to social media to cry and to complain and say you hurt me, oh, that's exactly what he wants to do. He wants to hurt you. So you just give him a score 10/10. It will be better if she doesn't react. So he doesn't even know whether she's in pain, whether she's upset, whether she's taking actions, whether she likes the haircut. You put him in the dark, you write to your lawyer, and you take concrete action. That is the best way to deal with a narcissist. Go full-blown paper and formal on them, not emotional. Secondly, the best way to deal with someone that you have claimed is a narcissist is to ensure that that person is in the dark, oblivious of your plans. Your next move has to be unknown. You have to be unpredictable. See how this lady, May Edochie, is dealing with this man and his concubine. She's taking actions, but she's being unpredictable and it's killing him. And that's why he's always coming on social media, insulting her, trying to drag her, trying to get a reaction from her. But she's not indulging him. That is the biggest tool that you can have against the narcissist. If a narcissist knows that if he pokes here, you would jump, he would keep poking because they don't stop. So you need to confuse a narcissist with your unpredictability. But when you're on social media updating him on all your moves and all your weak points and everything, you are leaving yourself open to be a tool. And thirdly, of course, documentation. People who are narcissists love to twist the truth. You will see black, they will tell you that it's white. And the way they will defend that white, you will start to self-doubt if you don't see clearly. So the best way to defeat a narcissist in this game of twisting the truth is by proper documentation. And when I say documentation, I do not mean publishing. You can have documentation of something, but you might choose not to publish it. They are two different things. You stack your documentation and stack your evidence for rainy days, for court sessions, for decisions. If KORRA is really claiming that this man is what she says he is, and she's not partaking or benefiting from this whole brouhaha that is going on at the expense of their children's lives, these are people, these are small children, and they are there, they are seeing all these things. They would grow up and watch this silly drama unfold. It is not in their best interest. So I believe that KORRA should re-strategize and have a rethink on how to handle her ex and this divorce. What do you think about this brouhaha? If you think that KORRA is the problem, how would you advise Justin Dean to handle this matter? And if you think that Justin Dean is the problem, what piece of advice do you have for KORRA or women going through this kind of situation? What do you also think about Justin Dean putting the children in daycare and chopping off their hair without the mother's knowledge? Do you think that he is within his rights, or do you think that he is absolutely wrong? Let us share our thoughts down in the comments section. So guys, yes, we have come to the end of today's video. If you're new here, you're seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, drop all your comments down in the comment section, and stay glued, for we have so much more coming your way. It's me, your girl, Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye.